appointment, and got the mic right here, microphone check. Hopefully it's recording, and we're streaming. All right, so today we want to talk about um, what type of exercises should you be doing, right? So as you drive along here with me, just want to talk about some basic things you want to be doing. So there's 5 components of movement, right? And the first one you should be doing is called a hinge. What is a hinge? This is when your hips go back and your knees stay relatively vertical, right? Your knees really don't move forward, and your shins are going to stay relatively vertical. They can move a little bit, but not too much. And this is going to be right, because not everybody trying to be a power lifter or a strength person, right? So you can do a trap bar deadlift. Most gyms have a trap bar deadlift. If you look at them, it's like a hexagon shape, and you can start with those. But you want to treat it as a deadlift. You want to do a hinge and not really a squat. You don't want your knees to move that much forward, right, when you're doing this movement. So just be careful with that movement, that it's not a squat. Again, I want to reiterate that the deadlift is not a squat, and the squat is not a deadlift. So don't deadlift the squat, right? And I have videos for that too. And I'm gonna link some of those videos. The deadlift is not a squat during this video, so you can really go back and look at that and look at your fundamental biomechanics while you're doing the deadlift. The first movement pattern you want to do. Again, you can use the kettlebell. You can like deadlift. Any type of deadlift, any type of hinge, that's going to be your first exercise that you definitely want to be doing. Whether you're looking to add muscle mass or you're looking to burn fat, either way, you got to move correctly. By moving correctly, you're going to be more injury free. And the more injury free you can be, the more time you can spend in the gym and outdoors and doing things you like. So make sure you're doing that. The first one, the deadlift. All right. The second movement you want to be doing is some type of carry. They call them farmer walks, right? Or farmer carries. You can load up one side, you can load up both sides. You can carry kettlebells, you can carry dumbbells, but you want to do some type of carry. You can even walk with the barbell, you can walk with the trap bar, again, some type of carry. You can keep it at your side, do an overhead carry, which is a lot harder. It's in a challenger, so at least 30 meters if you're walking. And so, about 30 feet, which is about 10 meters. Sorry, because I train people in pattern. Notice I'm linking exercises with movement, right? Because when you're exercising and you're moving, you gotta make sure you're moving correctly. You want to make sure when you execute the next movement, here's the squat, you're doing it correctly. Now the squat is different from the deadlift. Again, I'm gonna say it again. The squat is different from the deadlift, meaning that your knees will go forward, and your back is gonna get more in this angle here, like this. And then your shins will also be in that angle. So if you looked at your shins and your back, I'm at a red light here. So your shins are here, your back's here. So you have 2 parallel lines when you're doing a squat. That's how you want to look. So again, I really recommend you do a front squat. You put the dumbbells in the front, you can squat that way. Or you put up the front with the kettlebells, you can do that one as well. Or you can put the barbell in the front, a little bit more advanced. But some type of squat. If you're just starting off, you can do bench squats. That means you're sitting on a bench, and then you sit down real slow. You slightly touch the bench. You don't go into the bench too much, but you slightly touch it, and then you come back up. But make sure in the squat, when you're lowering it very slow. Your body weight or whatever exercise you're doing, you're lowering the weight slow, because that's going to build up most of your muscle, and that's going to build up most of your strength. So that part of the set is very important. Okay, so that's the third movement pattern. Fourth movement pattern, we're looking at a pull. If you can do a pull-up, I highly recommend you do a pull-up. If it's kind of easy for you, you could do weighted pull-ups. You could do a lat pull down. You could do a seated row. You could do a dumbbell row. Any type of row, anywhere where the weight's away from your body, right? The weight's away from your body and you're rowing the weight towards you. You could do a TRX row. A lot of different options. If you go to a gym, if you have a home gym, it's going to be a little bit more limited, but you can do again a bar. And you can stand away from it where it gives you resistance. Then you can row it towards you, right? That's a fourth movement pattern. That's going to be a row. And your fifth movement pattern is going to be a push. If you can do push-ups, that's great. You can do a bench press. You can do a dumbbell press. You can do a shoulder press. Some type of push, anywhere where the weight's close to your body, and you're going to push the weight further away from the body. Right, that's going to be your best bet as far as a push goes. And so I really recommend you do some type of push-up, some type of bench press, incline dumbbell press for your push exercise. So there you have it. For a recap here, I'm trying to make these videos quick, just going live, just to connect with my audience. And obviously, if you need a more one-on-one, you could book an appointment at gracefitness7.com or gf7fit.com, all one word there, all connected. And so I'll recap movement patterns, 5 movement patterns, basic movement patterns. The first one is a hinge, so that's going to be your deadlift, right? The second one is a carry. The third one is a squat. The fourth one is going to be your pull. And your fifth one's going to be a push. All right? And make sure you involve some core a little bit afterwards. You can do some sit-ups, some crunches, some side bends. But these are the exercises you want to do, whether you're going to build muscle, whether you stay functional, you want to have better movement patterns, you want to be more agile, more. These are your butter. These are your 5 movements of life. Everybody should be able to do it, right? And that's what I highly recommend. And if you watch the video, man, I appreciate you. If you can, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to go live a few times a week. In between clients right now, I'm going back to train another client. So I got this little clip here on my phone, so I can do videos out of my car. Again, thank you much for watching, and have a good one.